Good morning and thank you so much for joining us on TVC. Breakfast is another time for us to give you all the information you deserve to know. I'm Ibrahim Shita. Good to see you.
Indeed, Nigeria, it is time for breakfast. Now, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're choosing to spend your morning here with us on the TVC Breakfast Show. You're very welcome and we're very grateful. I'm Olamide Odekunle.
Now, studies have proven that the way you wake up is very important, but the most important thing is what you listen to. That reforms how your day will be. On that note, a very good morning, Nigeria. Thanks for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you join us each morning on this particular table. I am Ria Abdul, and welcome to our show.
Good morning, Nigeria. Here at TVC, we offer you insightful analysis structured by critical reasoning. My name is Biodu Shon.
Of course, and there you have it. Good to see each and every one of you.
I think it's a white thing.
Oh, no, but you know, I've said it from the beginning. My best color is white. I can wear white every day.
All the time.
I know, right? No, but we're together. We're always together. But anyway, good morning once again, Nigeria. There is a lot to talk about on the show this morning. I'll give you a rundown. You know how we do it. At some point, Ibrahim will bring us all the headlines from the newspaper and we get to dissect it and talk about it right here on this table. When we go to Abuja, we'll be talking about tech. Very, very important. So all our techie people, make sure you draw close to that one. And today we'll be taking you all the way deep into the Yoruba Kingdom. We'll be talking about the Royal Rumble. We have a guest that is very, very well knowledgeable on this particular topic, and he is going to be giving us really amazing insight. So make sure you stay with us on that one. And then we'll come back to Lagos, where the very beautiful Olamide will take us through everything happening in the world of social media and more. So it's definitely going to be a very packed show. Do make sure you grab that cup of coffee and let's have a very fantastic one. Now we'll start with the story where President Bola Tinubu has condemned the mother of a housewife, Fatima Abubakar, and her 6 children at the culinary committee in Kano State. Now, in a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, President Tinubu commended the police for the swift arrest of the principal suspect. He also ordered the investigation and prosecution of the suspects. Now, the victims were attacked at their residence by suspected hoodlums who reportedly broke into the house, and the fatal incident happened using dangerous weapons. Now, the president has condemned the action. He said it's barbaric, and he condoned with the bereaved family over such a great tragedy. So this is the conversation we're going to be having this morning. Mr. Biodun, if you remember, yesterday Olamide brought it on Trending Now, and we got to speak about it. You know, this is a woman that was in a house with her 6 children, you know, and all of a sudden they say hoodlums. You know, we hear that one of the relatives was also involved, you know, got into the house, not just killed this woman, killed her and her 6 children. We also know that Abba Yusuf has, you know, made a statement. He said that this is barbaric, according to him, and he described it as a very senseless killing, which ultimately that is what it is. But now the questions is raising that is it just about speaking? You know, how do we protect these people? Especially now we're talking about children. So we're talking about protecting children as well. You know, going forward, we also see that the president has made a statement about it, and he said that, you know, whoever did this kind of heinous crime should be arrested.
No, absolutely. I mean, it was an insane action on the part of anybody. I cannot even comprehend why anyone would choose to do that. And particularly a relation was involved who allegedly turned out to be the arrowhead. Now, for me, there's more to this. We really need to examine the sanity of these guys. Is it, we need to look at the issue of drugs. Did they play any role in it? That will not, you know, vitiate the situations in any form. But the fact of the matter is we need to look deeper with a view to prevent this kind of incident from happening again. I cannot just believe anybody will walk in and kill 6 people, 6 children, including the mother, in such an horrific manner.
It's very sad. And Olamide, if I take you to this, and in 2022 in Anambra State, we know that there was a killing of Fatima and her 4 children in cold blood. So this is not the first time such a thing has happened. I had to look into the Anambra story that happened in 2022, and it's kind of similar, but just that this woman had 4 children and this one had 6 children. It's so sad to see things like this happen.
The first one was also a mob action.
A mob action. So it's like it's been happening. This is not the first time it's happening, but this is quite barbaric. You know, just waking up to see that a whole family have been swept up, and now looking at a relative may even be involved. People in Kano State are speaking, you know, it's more than just the governor coming out to say that, oh, we will get the people, oh, condolences. These are lives that have been lost.
Absolutely. This story that we're reporting in the Kano metropolis is very, very troubling. But unfortunately, and like you've rightly said, it's not the first. There is a pattern, and studies have shown us there's been rising rates of femicide in the country. What this means is that women are easier targets for violent men, for men under the influence, for angry men, for men who don't know where to put their anger. We're seeing a lot of femicide, and we're seeing it across tribe, across religion, across creed. What is going on? What are the socio-economic and the sociological factors that are driving people to harm each other in this way? And not just anybody, like you said, Mr. Showomi, family members of this woman. These children, what is alarming about this crime is that these children were relatively unprotected. The only person they had to protect them was their mother. Children are vulnerable. And so you went after the most vulnerable person in that household. It is very, very worrying. Aside from this condemnation by the president, it shows that he's very empathetic and he has his finger on the pulse and he's watching what's going on, you know, in every corner of this country. But aside from that, we want to see prosecution. We want to see a strong deterrent to people who will commit crimes like this. And we want to see law put into place and policy that protects women more. So we have legal precedent on how to handle mass killings on this scale. It is so sad. I don't even know what to make of this. 6 children murdered in cold blood
gone like
by
that.
somebody that they trusted.
It's a very sad one. And then, Ibrahim, we know that Abba Yusuf has ordered a special manhunt in Kano, and then he has also said the residents should remain calm because tensions are high with this kind of story. You know, what do you make of it? He was swift to come out to speak. You know, oftentimes we see some of our governors very lackadaisical, but, you know, this is a very crucial matter, so that even the president is speaking on. But people are also saying, is it just about the talking? What are we doing to protect these people that cannot protect themselves?
Okay, so if the president had actually given a marching order to ensure that the person who perpetrated this heinous act must be arrested, then it goes to show that it's very, very significant because it doesn't speak well about the state where it has happened. It doesn't speak well about the country. You named it femicide. You know, it actually goes beyond that because it's not that it's only female that were killed. Infanticide also happened there because there was one, Abdul Salami, who was 1 year old when he was killed. Farouk 7, Abubakar 10, Bashir 13, Aisha 16, Maimuna 17. You can imagine, you know, that sniffing life out of this young generation. So whatever motive the guy had or these perpetrators had in killing this family, I do not know whether there is any justification for it. Even if they offended you, even if they killed your own family, you do not take another person's life except that you go through the authority. You have to report to the authority and the authority decides on what they can do, you know, in order to maybe avenge whatever wrong that had been done to you. So we do not know, but there's no justification for this whatsoever. So whatever it is that we need to do as a country, we have to go beyond just talking on TV, go beyond just advising people. Let's speak to religious leaders. What are they preaching to their subjects? What are they preaching to their adherents? Let's also talk to traditional leaders. How are they, you know, ensuring that they instill moral, you know, right moral compass in the lives of people? Because I do not know what you have in the back of your mind and you feel, when I kill this person, I will still remain in life, remain on the earth, you know, perpetuate the earth as if I would never die
again.
And
the thing is that, Ibrahim, nobody is going to live this life alive. I feel like once people understand that, I'm really worried. Why I want them to really investigate this matter is that they said hoodlums, you know, but was anything stolen from the house? These are things that we want to know, because if the people didn't steal anything, then that means that it was their intention to come and kill.
Passive, you know, disagreement.
It was an
argument.
No,
it was a mindless killing. Look, this can only happen through one thing, which is if you understand it, a personal construct psychology, you will realize that the construct of Awal, that's the nephew, you know, must have been altered one way or the other. It could be due to substances or some other issues.
Or mental health issues.
He didn't do it alone as well.
What would explain it? If you have an argument with the mother, would that explain the killing of a year-old child?
Even killing of the person.
But the thing is that this Awalu guy, he didn't do it alone as well. So I'm even saying that when we find out things like this, we want to know, was anything taken from the house? How was the killing done? These are the things that will help us now know what exactly, you know, occurred, or what transpired, or what was the reason why he went further, not just to kill the mother, but to kill this woman and her 6 children. It seems like he wanted to wipe, you know, something out.
They have to ensure that they kill those people as well. You know, the government the government or the authority is able to establish that they are the perpetrators. They must also be killed. In fact, I think that will shame them.
I think this is the time for death by hanging. If you ask me, I feel like this.
I'm sure many people would disagree on that. The simple reason is because I personally would also disagree on it. It's because look, it is just like Lord Denning said. It is better for 9, criminals to get away with it than for one innocent person to be convicted. The moment you take life, the moment the state takes life, you cannot reverse it.
But Mr.
Are you saying that capital punishment should not be meted out to someone who has
someone that has done this kind of thing?
in prison?
Mr. Biodu, no, I wouldn't agree with you.
That will never
stop.
Look at it this way. We've been passing death penalties. Yeah. How many governors have, even in the past?
That means we know that
there was a time in Nigeria we all watched on national television as criminals were hit by firing squads.
Even in Ghana, Rollins did it to criminals as well. I think they need the
go back into history. Since 1970 or 71, the case of Babatunde Folorunsho, when for the first time the state took it as a responsibility to execute armed robbers. What happens since then? Killings have continued in the country.
But of course,
so there's no evidence to suggest that even when you kill people,
Mr. Biodu,
it will deter people. What we need to do is to look at what are the factors that led to that.
Mr. Biodu, we have to go, but this particular one, I do agree with you. We'll argue it later on. I don't agree. But yes, we'll go on a quick breather now. And when we come back, it will be time for the newspaper review. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. This is TVC Breakfast. We'll be right back.